we have suspended the coordinator. Then the next day he said, oh, it is, look at the baller, look at it. After 6 a.m. in Accra. And record a good morning to you. Good morning to you, Mr. Ajetaria. Good morning to you, Madam Elizabeth Saki. Good morning to all. I'm just greeting you. Good morning. This all of you. Good morning to you. Pause. Like when you get to where the people are, pause. You can go back a bit. Pause. Let's see it. Let it be in their faces this morning. How we have released, and Dr. Jose has been talking about how woefully we have failed to fund mental health in this country. Mental health is a big thing. How we have failed to fund mental health in this country. And this is it. I want this morning for it to sink in for you. After 6 a.m. in the city center, people are sleeping in the city center. We know people sleep in tunnels, under bridge and all of that outside. But this is your city center. Are we serious? Play the video. Now, we saw a video of a policeman who had gone to drink alcohol, and the police had written a statement suggesting that we want to give them, we want to give him psychological support and all that. I salute the police for that. That they are not immediately treating him like a nail, so they're using a sledgehammer to hit it. I like that approach by the police. But it also comes into the conversation about mental health. We know that in the past, policemen have committed suicide. They've killed themselves with their own guns that they picked from the armory. We know. We are aware. Have we checked what their living conditions are? Go to the barracks. Go and check. They live in cubicles. And that old mentality, the colonial mentality of the fact that people must live, an uncomfortable life because if you make them too comfortable, that's him. That's a policeman. Only God knows what's going through in his head. And the individual who recorded the video was indicating that, oh, it could have been protocol police and all of that. Well, there's political police, there's protocol police, and there's proper police these days. There are political soldiers, there are protocol soldiers, and there are proper soldiers. There are political fire service people, there are protocol fire service people, and there are proper fire service people. We have divided the country into three. Protocol kakra, politics kakra, and proper people kakra. So it is an open secret. And the police statement that they released was silent on the protocol bit. He's wearing a uniform. Only God knows what he's going through. Only God knows he's going through. And I'm saying that we have not taken mental health serious in this country because everybody is a candidate for mental health. It's not funny face. Everybody is a candidate for mental health in this country. Everybody. Every single person is a candidate. So why don't we treat it well? And I'm saying there are too many mentally challenged people on our streets. It's not just the Kwame Nkrumah Circle. Go to mainland Accra. Go to the Central Business District. Go to Shama. Go all over the place. Why? Now, pull for me the act, the Mental Health Act quickly, and then we will wrap up. The Mental Health Act. Pull that for me quickly. Now, we have a whole act passed by Parliament talking about, not this one. Okay, now this is it. It says what do you call it? Oh, come on. Stop misbehaving. Oliver, fish it for me. The first one with the coat of arms. Now, we talked about a full act that we have generated. We thought through the 846th Act of Parliament of the Republic of Ghana. Mental Health Act 2012. An act to provide for mental health care and for related matters. Blah, blah, blah. We finished that. Now, we said there shall be, there's established by this act a body to be known as Mental Health Authority. Where there is hindrance to the acquisition of property, the property may be acquired for the authority under the State Property and Contracts Act 1960 of the State Legal blah, blah, blah. Now, what is the object of the authority? The object of the authority is to A, propose mental health policies and ensure their implementation. That's the first one. They have been doing that. B, implement mental health policies. And then it says C, promote mental health and provide humane care, including treatment and rehabilitation in a least restrictive environment, and D, promote a culturally appropriate, affordable, accessible, and equitably distributed, integrated, and specialized mental health care that will involve both the public and private sectors. This is it. We gave this onto ourselves. Now, what will shock you is who sits on the mental health authority. Find the other one for me. And their functions. The composition is so rich that you start asking yourself, why are there too many mentally challenged people? Now, this is not a fact. Look for me there. Oh, good. The governing body of the authority. There shall be a chairperson. The chief executive of the authority is there. One rep from Ministry for Social Welfare, not below the rank, of a director. From the Attorney General's office, Principal State Attorney. From the Ministry of Health. From the Ministry of Interior. From the Ghana Health Service. One person from a tertiary medical training institution nominated by the tertiary medical training institutions, and 3 non-governmental persons nominated by a minister, at least one of whom is a woman. The members of the board shall be appointed by the president in accordance with Article 70 of the Constitution. The board shall ensure the proper and effective performance of the functions of the authority. This is it. So we know how to put beautiful English together. Beautiful English. We write it. We don't fail at writing beautiful English, and we don't fail at signing all the beautiful agreements. But go on to our streets. Do we even give the mental health authority the money they require? And I'm telling you, everybody is close. Just like everybody is closer to jail, everybody is also closer to the asylum. The mental hospital, everybody is closer to it. Everybody is closer to it. Now, quickly play for me. Let's finish this one. Quickly play for me the video, the soundbite of the gentleman who lost his wife because somebody was demanding for 600 Ghana cedis for fuel for the ambulance. I am so scandalized this morning that we were told to dial 112 when we have an emergency, and that the ambulances have GPS, and that the ambulances will be connected to the hospitals, and that when you call, you get an ambulance. That was what we were told. After some of us had pushed for the 307 ambulances to be released, because when they brought them in, they parked them at the State House. I spoke with Honorable Ajima Menu at the airport when I emceed the Orbis Flying Eye event, and I asked him a question. And I asked him why we're keeping the ambulances there. Of course, it was for public show. Again, we wanted to do public show. We got to know later that the 307 ambulances that were released at that day at the Independence Square, not all of them were deployed. Some had to be taken back to be retrofitted. Play the man's SOT for me. How we succeeded as a country in killing somebody's wife.
Thinking there. Yeah, look up. Oh, no. Man said they have to drive back to Fijai Hospital. Oh, senior. Now, maybe I'm going to do Cape Coast Hospital. No? We were at the entrance. We stood there. We stood there. They were going up and down. And so that man came to tell me that. Why then car over Buana in why is it? But in there, Jim. Boy, you can be upon that. But you tap. About time the moon that made it in there. Well, precise time. Now one brass band I catch a dab and there. Uncle Chasing 838. Uncle Chasing 838. Meaning it was at that time that my wife.
Hashtag it, Johnny's Bite. This is how we succeeded in killing somebody's wife. As a nation, we are all watching. And we are even making mockery of the man and saying that the time that the lady died is a good number to stick. How disgraceful and shameful. How disgraceful and shameful. Those politicians and the big men. Professor Zakaria, good morning to you. I know you have lived outside before. When you travel outside and you call an ambulance, do they ask you to bring fuel? I'm asking you, sir, when you travel outside, Professor Zachariah, when you travel outside of this country, when you call an ambulance, do they ask you to pay for fuel? Do they even ask you to go and look for a bed before they move the ambulance? What kind of disgraceful attitude is that? And this is how this man is speaking up. You know that at some point, there was even a gentleman I spoke with many years, I think 3 or 4 years ago. He lost his father after roaming 7 hospitals in this country. 7. He lost his father. There was no ambulance, was carrying him in a taxi all through. 7. They couldn't find a bed for him. And that's the situation. You call an ambulance, they tell you, have you found a bed? You will have to now go to the hospital to go and look for a bed, come and confirm, and then they will ask you to buy fuel. Rubbish. They will ask you to buy fuel. And that's how we succeed in killing people. I say most of the people who die in our hospitals, they don't die because the illness killed them. They died because our negligence killed them. They died because our negligence killed them. Play the video of the ambulance carrying the cement for me. We have time to use ambulance to carry cement. We have time to pick an ambulance from Sege and give a flimsy excuse that the ambulance had come to be repaired. And we take the ambulance towards Kaswa Budubura area to go and carry cement. We have money to carry cement in the ambulance. This is our ambulance. We have money to carry cement in the ambulance. Our conscience is missing as a country. We carry ambulance and use cement. We use it to cut cement. Then when human beings are sick and they have to be transported to the hospital, we take money from them. Did we take money before we use the ambulance to cut cement? And what has even happened to the people who used our ambulance to cut cement? Shame. This is how we succeed in killing people. And thank you to Kwabena Binta Akando, MP for Dwabose, and all the others who went to go and see the man. Up until now, we have not even gone to see the man. We have time and money and the opportunity to use our ambulance to cut cement. Then when a human being is dying and we make a call and we want an ambulance, they tell us that we cannot find the ambulance. You have to bring fuel. We have to bring fuel. Fuel to go and do what? Is it my job? If we had a better system, and that is why our big men will always travel outside of this country to go and seek medical care. Because they know that our system we're running here is bogus. The system is bogus. Bogus system. There are some very good health professionals, but the system itself makes them feel useless, like they don't know what they are doing. Very good medical people who, when they transition into the private sector or even go to do locum at the private sector, you find them so functional. In the public sector, we have useless everything. Why must I be the one, the sick person? Why must I be the one going to find a bed? I phone the ambulance service, 112. I tell them what my emergency is, and they will ask me if I have found a bed where I'm taking it to. Meanwhile, we were told that there's going to be some level of interconnectivity. So once you call, the ambulances will be available. You'll connect it to a bed. We were told all the sweet things at the Independence Square. We were told all the sweet things at the Independence Square. 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, here we are. People are being asked to pay 600 Ghana cedis to transport their sick people in an ambulance. And we have succeeded in killing somebody's wife. And we even make mockery of it to say that the numbers, that the moment she died, we could actually extrapolate Lotto numbers from that time and go and stake it. How heartless. How heartless can we be? And you see, because nobody was punished for using our ambulances to cut cement, this one will also go. We use the ambulance to cut cement. Let it sink in. So that when you are defending rubbish, you know that it could be you next time. When you want an ambulance to take you to the hospital to be giving care, you know that the ambulance will be cutting cement. The ambulance will be busy cutting cement while you'll be struggling for your life. What kind of a country is this? Why do we do this to ourselves? We launch a beautiful thing, we speak all the nice grammar, we talk about everything, and then the next point, we don't know what's happening. Were we not told that the ambulance drivers and all of them will have insurance? We know that some of them were shot. What is the status of that? Why do we do this to ourselves? Abokra.